Top 10! How many times in your life have you played a game and just straight up felt a stinging pain by just seeing a character in the game getting injured or killed? Too many times. But only if you are was like me, but that's not the point. Some moments in gaming can just make you go, ouch. In this list I will count down the most painful moments in video game history. According to me. So I warn you guys. What you're about to see are some pretty gruesome scenes, so if you don't like that kind of stuff, and don't blame me if you start throwing up. Also, there may be some spoilers in this one, just to let you guys know. But anyway, welcome to my top 10 painful moments in gaming. Number 10! Let's start things off right. Resident Evil 4 is considered one of the best games in existence, and we all know that the Resident Evil games can be pretty morbid. That shit is scary, but that's nothing until you encounter the Chainsaw Man. Don't let him get you, otherwise you will die. Wow. This shit is mainly the only thing I want to avoid seeing when playing this game, because that looks like it hurts. A lot. Number 9! You would think that a joyful game like Crash Bandicoot wouldn't make any of us feel pain. Well, you're all wrong. There is one particular moment in a very overlooked entry in the franchise, Crash Twinsanity, that made me feel pain. On places we really don't want to feel any pain, ever. And that is our nuts. There are some stages you use Dr. Neo Cortex as a snowboard. You would think that itself would hurt. If someone uses you as a snowboard, that is. But what do you think will happen when you encounter a grinding rail? You're grinding Cortex's nuts. How painful must that feel like? Just see the look on his face. He can't scream how much that must hurt. Kids, whatever you do, don't suck at snowboarding. Or skateboarding for that matter. Number 8! I got to play Mirror's Edge about 4 years after its release, and I wish I had played it earlier, because I really like this game. Sure, it can be frustrating at times, but other than that, it's pretty relaxing. Jumping from roof to roof, climbing, flying or whatever, it's just pleasing. Until you get to the underground subway. Look, I grew up close to the big city and underground trains are no strangers to me, so one of my biggest fears was to, well, getting run over by one of these. Then Mirror's Edge made that fear happen. Damn it. There is this one moment in the game where you have to run along the train tracks, and if you're not quick enough, you look behind you and it's right in your face. You hear some bones cracking and then it's just turns to black. You hear nothing. That's when you react like this. Number 7! Now here's a little game which is probably the most overlooked game that also happened to be one of my favorite games of all time. This is Dark Messiah Might and Magic. I'm actually planning on making a video on this game in the future, so I won't say too much about it other than it's awesome. Now to the scene where things get painful. In the middle of the game you find the so-called Skull of Shadows, and once you do you get some pretty disturbing images. And once you get that out of your head, the main villain appears and steals the Skull of Shadows and launches you towards the giant statue behind you and gets stabbed by the pointy thing. Ouch. It may not look bad, but back then I just cringed how painful it looked like, and that's why it's on the list. And what happens to you afterwards? Well, I guess you'll have to play the game and find out. Number 6! Now, of course, there are gonna be some nasty things in the GTA games. Not just deaths, but there is one scene in the recent Grand Theft Auto 5 where I simply went, wouch! That's the word ouch mixed with wow. I didn't really expect it to happen. And no, I'm not talking about the torturing scene because, I don't know, I think that was pretty funny. The scene I'm talking about is when Devin Weston's plans to close down Solomon Richards' studio and Molly Schultz steals Richards' latest film and attempts to leave the city with it. But not on Michael's watch. You chase Molly down all the way to the airport. Cops try to stop the chase, etc. and all that good old GTA stuff. But then Molly exits the car and runs inside this hangar only to be sucked in by the jet engine and dying a horrible instant death. That's where I stopped and just thought, oh. Number 5! Look, I have not played BioShock, and you guys probably hate me for it, but that doesn't mean I can't pick a certain scene from this game for this list. I'm talking about the intro/trailer for the first BioShock game. Look, I don't like when people drill your hand with a giant ass drill. Fuck that shit. Number 4! For people who've already played this game will probably know what I'm going for here. But for those who doesn't know, let me just inform you that this game is supposed to tell us the story of how Lara Croft became who she is. She and her crew get stuck on this island and some really crazy shit is going on here. And since they actually gave Lara some real emotions and is in actual need of help, made it so we could relate to her situation a lot more. So when you're trying to escape the wildlife and all the crazy people on this island, we need to take some shortcuts and... Oh! Number 3! I believe the first time we all went... Ow, was when we played Mortal Kombat and witnessed its fatalities. But now we don't feel that way anymore, so that's why I'm leading you all to Mortal Kombat that got released in 2011. Most of the fatalities in this game still make me tremble. So, which one takes the cake? Well, I'm gonna say pretty much all of them. It just hurts watching all of them. Satisfying? Yes. Painful? Yes. Yes. Number 2! I don't have to say anything. Number 1! Alright. This did not really happen to a character or anything like that. It didn't really happen inside the game itself. No. This painful moment happened to you, the player. The number 1 pick for the most painful moment in video game history is when you're rotating the goddamn analog stick on the Nintendo 64 controller while playing a game of Mario Party! Hey guys, thanks for watching this video, I hope you enjoyed it. What is your favorite painful moment? Post it in the comments below. Also don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and have a good day. Night. Okay, bye. Also, there may be some spoilers in this one. Just to let you guys know. But anyway, welcome to my top 10 fuck.